Well, here we are again. Hopefully my voice holds out today. My brother Ron, he's doing it again back there in the Azores, back on the island of Flores. He's going kind of crazy, as usual. Of course, everybody thinks he's the crazy American over there, so that's nothing new. He tells me the other day, he said, well, I gotta get on my ladder. I said, what are you gonna do? He says, I'm gonna start fixing up my cannons on my wall. And I said, what? He says, oh yeah, remember I started last year. I said, oh, that's right. He said, well, I gotta get on a ladder and put in some flush shells so I can mount my cannons on the wall of my house. I say, okay. So he sends me one picture. And there's his cannons mounted on the side of his house with his pirate flag up there at the top. I don't know how well that's going to come out, but that's what it is. And I got a close-up. Here's a close-up of the same picture. There he is. And those are on the walls of his house. And he's got them mounted in with flesh shells into the side of his wall there. And he always gives the locals something to point at, you know. I mean, it wasn't the water wheel he had going, it was something else, or changing a water wheel into a sawmill or whatever. He's always doing something weird. And he's, like I said, he's making everybody think he's weird, but it was just something funny he wanted to put in there, and he does that all the time. Anyway, today I finally went over to the hardware store. I finally found the right paint for the cabinet for the SW54, and I think it matches pretty well. And Rust-Oleum makes it, and it's called Hammered, and it's exactly the right color. I mean, it's not even off at all, not even one shade. So I can, at least when I'm done sanding, I can start working on that and get that cleaned up. And well, the other thing I have here is just, I had to find a way to pretty much mount this cabinet so I could work on it. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to have it laying flat. And let's see if I can do a close up here. Move the light over. There we go. So I got enough light to work on, and of course I can zero in. So it'll make it a little bit easier. Last night I decided I was going to move the shelves around, and I decided to go ahead and turn around here. Back we go. And I decided I was going to go ahead and move the radios around, so that I unblocked some of the radios down below, and then I moved the others over here on top, and then I put the monster, the big one here, this the one that actually I worked on, it works just like the BC348. This is the R336 that was, well, this is the one that had about 14 wires cut in it. But I put it on here, and all of a sudden I said, wait a second, it's starting to tilt. And turned out what happened was, apparently when I put it in there, I slid one of these feet back, and this whole thing just went sideways. I thought the thing was starting to bend it, because it is kind of heavy. It weighs about 70 pounds. So I know these things actually will hold that. They'll hold at least that much. So, and it's kind of amazing, because these are just held in by little plastic supports on the inside. So that worked. And then on this one, if you look here, actually it worked out pretty well for all my small tools and stuff back here. I don't need any other racks. I can just use this, and it works fine for that. So I have all the tools out in the open too that I need. So that should work pretty well. And I'm still not quite sure what I want to do with my 1940s radio up there. I mean, it's a total disaster inside. I don't know. I may put it back out in the garage. I don't know what I want to do with it. And so, yeah, there's a few things I'm going to do around here. Plus, you know, I got to go back out in the garage, and it's kind of hot out there today. So, my other big problem is going to be trying to find some of these parts, because this one here is 16 microfarads at 700 working volts. And this other one, the guy said to cut out whatever. I don't even know what that is. I can't even see it. So I do have a little newer electrolytic inside, right in there, that blue one down there. It's kind of like blocked a little bit. And that guy right there. And it looks a lot newer than everything else in here. So besides, you know, taking care of all these little wax caps, I'll get rid of all those too. But it's going to take a while to get all that stuff in and then get around all this stuff to pull it out. So that'll be more fun to do. And then at least I know I have the cabinet I can at least make look decent too. And then work on this thing. So that's all for now. I just thought that was kind of funny with Ron and his pictures of his cannons he sent me. And they're pretty high up there too. I mean, he had to use a ladder all the way up there to get up there at least 20 feet. So always something for the locals, you know. So anyhow, so that'll be it for now. Talk to you guys.